Talk about turning night into day. These Light Force lights, they went through the toughest terrain on the planet. We raced the Mexico Baja 1000, which was over 2,000 kilometers, and we had to back it up the second night. They just performed unbelievable. We had to go through creek crossings, across whoops at 100 mile an hour, really corrugated rough roads, rocks getting thrown at us from other buggy races, and they just survived. Like getting across that finish line with all of them still intact and shining bright was just truly amazing. No cracks, no dust, no broken mounts, and not one light failed over 2 nights racing the Baja 1000. It's just truly amazing doing 2,000 kilometers, especially because I had to back it up the second night when we were racing, let alone just getting through the first night. It was awesome. The setup we had, up the top of the roof we had the HIDs, and they were just brilliant because they actually shone through the dust when we were catching cars. LED 180s at the front were brilliant because they give that nice white light and it just flares up everything. It's good for that short distance stuff, especially when you're cornering. But I had a really good mix. Those HIDs, we never outdrove them. And years ago, you used to have to flick the top lights off because it got too dusty, whereas these ones just penetrate. You can see right through, and the distance we got was where it was just awesome. So look, if you're ever considering what lights to get, just can't go past the Light Force. They're just brilliant, and they are the best. They are the best you can get. Even though I saw it and experienced it, how good these lights are in the Baja 1000 with the distance they are throwing, don't just take my word for it. The Light Force lights get independently tested at an NATA lab. Therefore, what you get and see on the advertised box on how far the distance the lights are, that's exactly what you're going to get when you're purchasing a set of Light Force lights. Manufacturers of driving lights use all sorts of terminology to try and convince you that their lights truly are the best. Lux and Lumen are two of the terms that are utilised to help compare LED lights. However, in order to compare apples with apples, it helps to know what these terms refer to. In their most basic sense, the raw lumen is the output calculated by multiplying by the theoretical rated output by the number of LEDs in the lamp. For example, like 8 LEDs rated at 100 lumens per watt would work out to about 800 lumens. Effective lumens, in contrast, is a measured number that takes into account real-world losses. Thermal, optical, assembly. For example, if raw lumens equals 800, less thermal, optical and assembly losses, that equates to about 40%. Then the effective lumens would be about 480 lumens. Lux is a measurement of the effective light that illuminates a surface at a given distance. Now this is the most important and useful of all. To measure true performance Light Force, use the industrial standard measurement of 1 lux. Now 1 lux is a minimum amount of illumination that is usable. Basically enough to read a newspaper, not reflectors down the road. Like for example, the new LED 215 from Light Force produces an impressive 912 metres of light at 1 lux, meaning that you can turn on these bad boys, walk 912 metres down the road and still comfortably read the paper. Which is pretty impressive. To finish the Baja 1000 was just a dream come true. I still can't believe it. I'm just talking about it. How the car performed, how the Light Force lights performed. We raced for 33 hours. It was 2,000 kilometres. There was over 300 entries in the event. We got 8th in class overall. So we just couldn't be more happier. And to have Light Force lead the way was just amazing.